Hello everyone, and welcome to this 30-minute nourishing and soothing yin practice, especially as we come deeper into the winter months here. Use this practice anytime to ground, connect deeper with yourself, and to connect deeper with your heart. So let's come into a child's pose to begin. Just bringing the knees together to touch. You can melt the belly over the thighs and just let the arms come behind. I'm not going to bring my forehead down fully just because it muffles my mic, but you can bring your third eye to the ground, or you can reach the arms out long in front and land your third eye down as well. Let's take some deep breaths here, breathing into the back of the lungs. If you don't have a prop and your forehead doesn't go down, you can also stack your wrists and bring your third eye on top. And just bringing the breath deep into the back of the lungs here, feeling the shoulders relax away from the ears. Feeling your connection with the earth beneath you. And just visualize any stress or tension melting away down into the ground, sloughing off your body. Using the exhale to allow that energy to fully release as you breathe in more spaciousness. More nourishment and love to all of your cells. And just continuing to keep the breath moving slow. I like to find an even pace of about 6 counts for the inhale and exhale, but you can choose what feels aligned for you. I just like to keep that numbers because it helps to slow the breath even more. And then beginning to curl the spine up. Let's reach the arms high, lift your gaze. And exhale, gentle spinal twist to the left. Bring your left hand behind, right hand to your left thigh. And tuck your tailbone. And just see where you're holding and see if you can soften maybe in that right shoulder. Feel the weight of your sit bones ground on your heels. And as you inhale, reach the arms through center, lift your gaze. And exhale, bring your hands over to the right, right hand behind, left hand onto your right thigh. And just let that right shoulder soften, let the left shoulder soften, give the tailbone a gentle tuck. Beginning to walk the hands forward. Let's come on to the sit bones. And you can begin to extend your left leg, bringing the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. And just take a deep inhale in here, lengthening the spine, dropping the tailbone down. Feeling the shoulders relax, the right knee softens down. And then beginning to walk the hands forward any amount without curving in the spine, just keeping the spine in neutral, and think of hinging from your hips, maybe coming onto the forearms. coming all the way down deeper. Listening to the messages of your body and taking action from your heart. What is my heart asking of me right now? And coming back to your slow pace of breath. Feeling the body continue to soften into the ground. Noticing the ground that's underneath your left leg. Maybe letting your head shake out some energy that it's holding. Sometimes when we just let the body do the micro movements that it needs to make, it can release energy, and we don't even need to know the story of it or the why or what caused it. Sometimes we just need to let go what we're no longer ready to hold, and it doesn't always require the understanding of the mind to be able to do that. If we just allow the body to have those micro movements, those gentle shakes, then it can let go. Sustainable expansion right there. The micro movements to shake out the excess energy. And just taking a few more breaths here. Be feeling that right knee becoming heavier, softening in the right shoulder. Allowing the jaw to relax. Noticing if the eyebrows are tense, just feeling the sides of the face beginning to soften. Then beginning to drop your sit bones down, and you can slowly curl your spine up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your right arm high and lift your gaze. And turn your right palm out to the right and bring that hand back behind. Let your gaze follow. Pivot to the inner edge of your left foot and then rise up on your right shin as you lift your hips, sweeping the left arm overhead. Lift your gaze, let the gaze follow your left fingertips. And exhale to lower. Just a little counter pose in between. And extending your right leg out long. Bending your left knee. You can bring the sole of the right foot or sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. And then begin to lengthen your spine. And feel the back of your right leg connecting with the ground, connecting with that support so it can help soften. And then hinging from the hips any amount, walking yourself forward. Letting the heart stay open for fluidity of breath to be able to access all of your cells. Even though we might be feeling sensations or specific sensations in the body during different shapes, it's still a full body experience. And so we want to keep the chest always open to allow for the breath to be able to get to our whole body and being in the shape. And just consciously following the breath, the travel of the inhale, the softening of the exhale. And connecting with the ground beneath you. Just feeling the weight of your legs. Feeling the ground even more. And then just turning a gentle smile onto your face. Feeling the eyebrows soften, the jaw soften, the tongue relax, the sides of the face soften. Notice if the shoulders are squeezing up towards the ears and curling down. And see if you can gently let them soften from the ears and roll back to create a bit more expansion across the chest. And it's not that we want to judge or criticize these parts that are tense. It's just bringing gentle, loving awareness, bringing the embodiment of safety and nourishment. Knowing that even when there is discomfort, we can still have the sensation of safety. We can still be nourishing. Discomfort doesn't necessarily have to be a wrong or bad thing. Not that we're defining it as that, but discomfort can be very uncomfortable. So it's when we can really detach from the story of what it is and just allow ourselves to feel and resource ourselves with the other sensations that are also happening within us, then we can build more resilience through greater times of challenge and times when the discomfort is more heightened. Helping us be unshakable in whatever circumstances are present. Because when we are unshakable, we're acting from our hearts, we're in our center, and we can actually change our reality, shift paradigms by completely staying centered and choosing the way of love for ourselves. Because when we're choosing love for ourselves, we are truly giving that to others around us. Let's gently tuck the tailbone and curl the spine all the way up. Bring your left hand back behind and come onto the inner edge of your right foot. Press onto your left shin and sweep your right arm overhead. Lift your gaze. And exhale, slowly release, tapping the sit bones down. Let's extend your left leg long and just come into a Dandasana for about 5 breaths, just bringing the palms on the outer parts of the hips, roll the shoulders back. Feel your sit bones dropping down, but then also notice a lift in your pelvis as you breathe here. Spine is long and strong. See if you can relax in the ankles, but keep the toes gently flexing towards the knees. And as you exhale, begin to hinge from your hips. Any amount, walking the hands forward. You can bend the knees here and reach for the outer edges of the feet, or you can completely straighten the knees and melt forward. Wherever you are, just having that love and compassion for where you are in your practice, honoring your path. It's through that love and compassion that we actually are able to expand and move forwards in a new way. But we really need to embody that love and compassion for where we are first. Letting go of any stories that are speaking to us about worthiness, about not being where we want to be or think we should be. Knowing those are just illusions. They're not real, they're not true. Even though we may live in a society and a culture that does and can think that way, that doesn't mean that is who we are at our core. And this is why we show up on our mats, is to actually come back to our divinity, come back to our true centered essence. And that's when all these little things begin to show up, and it's good. They show up because they're ready to be healed. It's like when we have a nightmare. I still have lots of nightmares, and it used to really bother me a lot that I would get them, and now that I realize over time that it's all just past things and experiences coming up to heal, to be let go. And so when I let go of the shame or the anger, the frustration around it, it's almost like that energy just began to dissolve when I just noticed it with loving awareness. So that's what we're doing here, is just noticing it with loving awareness, noticing what comes up, not getting stuck in the story, but just witnessing, having compassion, and bringing the breath into the present moment as we feel whatever feelings are showing up for us. Let's stay here for about 5 more slow, deep breaths. Good job, Percy. Good job at holding the space with us. Percy loves yoga. Good, and you can begin to drop the sit bones down and curl your spine up nice and slow as you inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, and just begin to slowly press up onto the soles of your feet. And pressing yourself up into a forward fold. You can either reach for opposite elbows or maybe bring your hands around the back of the knees. We won't be here for too long, just a little counter pose in between, rocking the shoulders and the torso side to side, feeling your feet spreading wide, your toes spreading wide, your heels grounding down, your belly breathing into your thighs. Let's bring the fingertips down and inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. And exhale, let's slide the right foot back and lower to the right knee. Coming into a low lunge. And if this is feeling like a lot, you can bring the hands on the left thigh to start. And then slowly ease your way in, or just stay here for the duration of the pose. Or you can bring your left shoulder on top of your left thigh and let the weight of that shoulder drop down. The knee can come beyond the ankle here because we're not placing weight on the left knee. And just slowly soften here. Feeling gravity take hold, feeling your left foot really rooted, the palms rooted if they're down on the ground. And just noticing this nice opening on the right hip flexor. Really feeling the breath expand into the right rib cage. All the way around the back. Let the shoulders continue to drop down. Maybe let the jaw shake side to side and give the head some gentle shake side to side. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out with an audible exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Allowing sound to draw out any energy that's ready to be released in the body. Let's go 2 more like that. Breathing in. Use the exhale to move energy out of the body. 1 more time, breathing in. And sounding it out. Good. And just continuing to soften into the shape. Exploring the whole experience of the shape. What is showing up for you with curiosity? Maybe it's a sensation or something in the mind. And again, not attaching to it, but just being curious. How is the breath responding in this shape? Where is the breath needing to go more? Where does the breath want to go more? I'm really feeling the breath travel through the body. Feel the inhale, the expansion, the fluidity, the flow. Feel the spaciousness of the exhale. Maybe taking some gentle movements with the neck as well. On your next inhale, rise up onto the fingertips. Tuck your right toes. Lift the knee and slide your right foot forward. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Reach for opposite elbows and just rock side to side. Bring your fingertips down as you take a big inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, slide your left foot back. Lower to your left knee. You can come onto the top of the left foot or tuck the toes wherever you are. You can bring your hands to your right thigh if you did so on the other side, or just keep them down and let your right shoulder drop down onto your right thigh. Breathing nice and deep here. And feeling that opening on the front of your left hip flexor. You can let that right knee really come beyond the ankle to get more of passive opening there. the front of the left hip flexor, where the opening is. And then let your shoulders drop from the ears, rolling back, and the chest is open. And if the neck wants to move, just letting the neck roll side to side. And again, exploring what is showing up for you on this side. Really feeling your right foot ground, especially your right big toe, so you're connecting all the outer edges of the right foot down into the ground. Feeling that rooted connection to the earth. Where does the breath want to go now on this side? And feeling the breath as it moves through the body. Your life force energy, feeling the breath connecting with your cells. And let's take 3 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and moving energy out with the sound. Breathing in. And exhale. And 2 more like that. Breathing in. And exhale. And 1 more time. Breathing in. And exhale. Good. You can tuck the left toes, lift the knee, and slide that left foot forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees. Come onto your sit bones. And let's reach the arms forward as you scoop your tailbone forward and curl all the way down onto your spine. For your final resting pose, Shavasana, getting nice and cozy. Letting your whole body completely drop down into the ground. Feeling your shoulders soften and the back of your head supported. Dropping your awareness into the back of the body, the back of the spine. And see if you can allow the back of the spine to soften even more into the ground that is beneath. Maybe releasing any tension in the neck. Releasing any tension in the jaw. Just letting the tongue soften in the mouth. Maybe turning a gentle smile to your face. And breathing in all the expansion that you are into your heart space. Breathing in all the love that you are as you visualize judgment and criticism melting away. Breathing in encouragement, breathing in joy, breathing in abundance and worthiness. And I invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you are feeling nourished and supported and deeply connected to your heart and your center. Have a great rest of your day or evening. Namaste.